Hello everybody, it's Claire here with an album I've made using the Place in Time calendar collection from Graphic 45. This is a little 8x8 album, when actually the cover is 8.5 by 8.5, and I set myself a challenge to only use the 8x8 paper pad, with the exception of the cover, and I've decorated that with papers from the Botanicabella collection, one of the vintage Graphic 45 collections, and some Imaginarium chipboard elements. I've used a Sizzix frame here, and then just some of the cutouts from the collection just to finish off. But I wanted to keep it quite simple, and as I say, just use the 8x8 paper pad, as it does get really expensive to make some of these albums. So as I say, it's an 8.5 by 8.5 album. It's made of chipboard. I'll just show you. And the pages are mounted on a spine and put in, and all of the pages are made from kraft card. The kraft card I get from Anna Marie Designs. She's absolutely fantastic. Love Anna Marie, met her at the NEC, and they offer great service. So I've used kraft card from her, and then the coordinations paper, the Graphic 45 bought out to go with the saturated colours in their paper collections, and then a bit of glossy accents. And if you're a follower of mine, you'll know that I'm a complete art glitter addict, so I've used some art glitter all the way through, and also some vintage seam binding just to tie the ribbons on the tags. So let me take you through each page. The cutter parts and the foundation page are the elements that I've used for each month, and the layout on the paper is quite similar, so I've tried to be creative and come up with different ways of putting that, putting the cutter parts on the page. So I've used the foundation page, I've cut each of the foundation pages down to the border, and then mounted them on an 8x8 piece of kraft card. So this was January. Every page has got a photo mat in, really to put in my favourite photo of the month, and on the back a place for journaling. And then I've tried to include the calendar cutter part as well, so that's January's. And then I've used the tags and cut them out in different ways and just pop them into each page. So that's January. I love the colours of January. Put that in like that. Oh, February's got stuck together. Here's the February page. I've picked out the heart here and put glossy accents on it. Again, there's a photo mat, and the calendar page, just calendar cutter part, just pops in the pocket down there. Let's pull the photo mat out. And then there's just a journaling spot on the back of that. I've put two of the cutouts on the foundation page, and then just blinged up the February with a little bit of pink art glitter. And then there's just a little tag in there as well. Some of the pages I have added photos, so here's Ollie dressed up as a cowboy. Long time ago now, as he's 20 next week, but he was 7 there, I think. Again, room for journaling. I like to put the photo slots onto my photo mat, so I don't actually stick the pictures into the books that I make, and they can be removed. And then I've made a belly bar out of the paper. Love that element. I've blinged that up with green art glitter. I've put the foundation, the calendar cutter part on there, and then there are 2 tags just under the belly bar here. I love March. I love this page. So that just slides down there like that. The bar at the bottom I've mounted on some foam tape to stop the photograph slipping out, and then the calendar element is also a pocket, so the tag can slip under there. April I've kept quite simple. Again, that's Ollie down at Land's End. Journaling spot on the back of that photo mat. I've made a pocket out of the cut aparts, which meant that there wasn't an awful lot left to decorate the page with, so I have kept it quite simple, and then put glossy accents across the sentiment at the bottom and on the April at the top, and then just a little bit of art glitter on the swirl in the top corner. May, beautiful colours. I love these purples. Let's just take the photo mat out. So we've got quite a lot going on. I've used the stamps and raised them up here. Little pocket behind the calendar element, and I've also used the postcard as a pocket, and then there's 2 more tags popped in behind that. And glossy accents on the stamp and the ribbon down there and the ribbon up here. And then purple for the photo mat. I love those colours. June I've kept quite plain, cream ivory for a wedding dress, and teamed it in with the cut apart element there. I've used glossy accents on the June. I haven't put any ribbons on these, I've just kept them quite simple on the little tags. And again, the photo mat, postcards at the top. Oops, let's just poke it all back in. Put the little tag in. And then the June I've blinged up with some art glitter, just to keep it quite subtle, and the calendar cut apart I've made into a pocket. Each one of these pages teams up with one of the collections that Graphic 45 have brought out. So for July, this goes with the On the Boardwalk collection. I haven't used any of those papers. As I say, I've just kept everything that's in this album out of the 8x8 paper pad. So there's the calendar, little tags. I've made a belly bar up from the elements, threaded the Hawaii phrase through the pictures there, and then made a belly bar. The circle at the bottom is mounted up on foam tape so that it holds the photo mat, and the photo mat's just got a journaling spot on the back. Moving on to August. Really nice rich colours for August. I love the sunflowers. I've put brown art glitter in the middle of those, and again we've got the calendar element up here, photo mat with a journaling spot on the back, and then I've made a belly bar out of the elements, put some glossy accents on here just to, if you can see, just to raise that up. And that acts as a pocket as well, so there's 2 tags just poked in there. September goes with the ABC Primer collection, so we've got pockets. I love these cut aparts, these silhouette cut aparts. I've used the ruler and the alphabet and stuck some of the elements together to make a pocket for the photo mat to go in, and then I've just put some vintage seam binding onto these tags, all coloured with distress inks, so I think that one is Scattered Straw, and then journaling spot on there, and I've blinged up the September, if you can see, with gold art glitter. October, purple and pumpkins again. Love the cut aparts for this page. And again, I've just cut them out in a different way, layered them up, and made a belly band for the photo mat to go in. And then I've blinged up the vine leaves on the pumpkins with some green art glitter, and then put purple vintage seam binding on the cut aparts, these little tags. Not him. I think that's my favourite element. And then moving on to November, again very autumnal colours, all based around Thanksgiving. So I've used the cutter part here in the middle and the other two just to make a band, and a belly bar made from the other cutouts. I've just put glossy accents over the November here. There's just a little bit of glitter on the wheat ears, and then green photo mat to slide in the back there. And then December, all the reds and greens, very festive. It goes with the Christmas Emporium collection, this particular page. So some of the elements from that collection are repeated in the cutter parts, and this one's my favourite, so I had to use it. And again, as a belly bar, I've tried to vary them and raise the cutter part there up on pop dots, the calendar's in there, we've got the stamps at the bottom, and then just the little tags. You could put journaling spots on the back of there, but I haven't, and they just fit behind the pocket here. Just poke them in. Put that one at the top, and then I've used the red coordinations paper with a photo journaling spot on the back. So let's just push that in. And the stamps down here act as a holder for the photo mat so that they don't slide out, or it doesn't slide out. And I've just stuck it down at the very bottom. And that's it, everybody. I've kept the back quite plain. I like things to be quite simple, and I thought there was enough detail on the inside of the book without overcomplicating the cover. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you to make something just out of one paper collection or one pad, keep the cost down, and enjoy what you're making. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.